want to talk about the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now, of course, this is a future. And when talking about futures, you have to think about it this way. Futures present an opportunity cost because, simply put, your money is worth more now than at some point in the future. Okay, you understand that futures, the time value of money is wrapped up in it. So when you're talking about a futures play, and Dustin likes to get involved with futures, you're looking for that higher payout, or you'd rather just keep your money now and continue to invest day after day. So you're looking for a higher payout. So when betting futures, for the most part, timing the market can be very important as well. When talking about the Offensive Rookie of the Year, first, let's talk about some trends, big guy, because this market, Offensive Rookie of the Year, over the last 7 years, 3 quarterbacks have won it, 2 wide receivers have won it, and 2 running backs have won it. So the odds of wide receivers' chances over the past few years have increased, obviously because of the state of offense in 2024, and the odds of the running backs, we'll get to that, hasn't been since 2018 and Saquon Barkley, where he and Alvin Kamara went back-to-back 17 and 18. The odds of betting on a running back does decrease. What's interesting about that, Dustin Swedelson, is last year, the favorite going into the season, Offensive Rookie of the Year, was Bijan Robinson at 3-1. Your second betting favorite was Bryce Young at 4-1. And at 6.5-1, C.J. Stroud was your winner. So your last 3, Stroud, a wide receiver in 22 and Garrett Wilson, a wide receiver in 21 and Jamar Chase, a quarterback in Justin Herbert 20, Kyler Murray quarterback in 19, and then you go Saquon and Alvin Kamara. So you understand the trends here. We're going away from the running back. Now, I understand why bettors were all over Bijan, specifically in that offense last year, big guy, because he can also catch the ball out of the backfield. So a bit of a wide receiver. He had trouble with the dropsies. He got benched often last year, and C.J. Stroud had one of the great rookie seasons we've ever seen. More trends. Each of the last 6 winners selected in the top 10, big guy, as far as Offensive Rookie of the Year. And 8 of the last 10 Offensive Rookie of the Year winners selected in the first round. Now you're thinking, wait, hold on now. Who didn't get selected? Kamara in the 3rd round back in 18 or 17, and Dak Prescott was an Offensive Rookie of the Year winner, and he was selected, as Cowboy fans know, in the 4th round. Go ahead, big guy.
But the Dak one is fascinating because I do think there's a potential for someone similar this year because he was not set to start his rookie year. An injury to Tony Romo in the preseason led to that, and there's a big number on a quarterback not expected to start this year as a rookie, yet the guy in front of him is coming off a major injury at 35 years old.
And I know that's right. Let's jump into the market. Offensive Rookie of the Year, a short number on your boy, Caleb Williams. And again, you're not often going to find a quarterback coming into a 7-win team as the number 1 overall pick. Remember, got the trade from Carolina. So this is a perfect spot for Caleb Williams to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Of course, Keenan Allen, they draft Rome Odunze. Of course, they're already loaded on offense, and he has an opportunity with a good offensive line. He has a good opportunity to show up and show out. There's no surprise here at plus 135. DJ Moore as well, Komet as well, plus 135. He's by far your shortest number on the board.
But you open this whole segment talking about tying up your money for a long time. And tying up your money for a plus 135, man, a lot still needs to go right for him. He's still a rookie. It's still a cold weather outdoor situation for a young quarterback. And oh, by the way, despite all those weapons, they have such a good defense, he may not have to put up gaudy numbers for them to be successful, and he could therefore be protected from making mistakes and not have the stats that usually is needed for a quarterback to win this award.
Yeah, but you mentioned it, that opportunity cost of tying up that money right now for the same amount in the future at plus 135, we're not going to go there. No. Now, one player I do find fascinating, and I think you may have been alluding to him, is J.J. McCarthy. Because you also have the presumed starter there in Sam Darnold. You have some action on that player as well. But if we think about J.J. McCarthy, now I think it's probably right around a 10% chance, probably less than that J.J. McCarthy is your week 1 starter for the Minnesota Vikings, big guy. But if he does end up playing, first off, he's walking into that O'Connell system, which is perfectly tailored for him. Justin Jefferson and on. They have tremendous offensive talent, solid additions on defense. So one thing I would say, it's a brutal division. The Packers are very good. You just mentioned Chicago, their defense, and of course the Detroit Lions, many have them winning the Super Bowl. So J.J. McCarthy right now is on the board, big guy, at 15-1, and I know that's a player that you wanted to discuss.
No, that actually... J.J. McCarthy, while I like the opportunity, I mean, many rookie quarterbacks don't step in day one with a number one target like he's going to have with Justin Jefferson, to not have a run game similar to he has with Aaron Jones, and then Hawkinson as a weapon at tight end. But also last year, I mean, Osborne popped at receiver, Addison was good. Like, they have weapons, and I think if he does end up taking that job, he has a chance. But no, there's a couple other quarterbacks that jumped out to me, and I'll throw the crazy one at you. I'll be the psychopath that puts this out into the universe. But in a world where we're all expecting Kirk Cousins day one to be perfectly fine coming off an Achilles at his age, there's nothing to say that he doesn't get hurt again at this age. And Michael Penix was drafted for a reason, because he was experienced, because he's older, because Atlanta wants to win now. So if Cousins is not healthy and ready to go at any point in the year, Penix could step in with all of these weapons that we're saying Kirk Cousins has and just be a successful quarterback. He's 60-1. There's a reason he's 60-1. It's really unlikely, but it's a bet that is worth taking a shot on, in my opinion, at a very small amount. And if it becomes live, you can adjust later.
You have a great process when it comes to futures, and I got to be honest with you, I don't hate that play at 60-1. One injury to Cousins, you're going to win that division if you're Penix Jr. You're in a perfect spot. I do not hate that. I wanted to hate it. Yeah. I wanted to, but I don't.
Well, because we love Kirk Cousins. But he doesn't even have to. The numbers are kind of irrelevant. And the amount of games is irrelevant, because if he steps in and leads them to the playoffs, which I think we both agree he's capable of doing as a rookie with what they have there, I think he has the potential to win this award. And at 60-1, I would take that flyer.
I do like it, and we talked about the opportunity cost. Well, 60-1 certainly justifies tying up your money right now.
Exactly.
Now, I'm going to give you the winner of Offensive Rookie of the Year, though I don't hate Dustin's flyer on Michael Penix. Okay, the winner at 5.5-1, and this one's easy for me, is, of course, Jayden Daniels. I think the position he's walking into with Cliff Kingsbury, and then if you think about Washington, they add Austin Eckler, a good 1-2 punch, kind of a change of pace with Brian Robinson Jr., Terry McLaurin's a stud. Jahan Dotson has a bounce-back year. Drafted Luke McCaffrey. Signed Zach Ertz. Ben Sinnott was a big pick for them, the tight end. A vet offensive line, which they filled some holes. And here's the key about Offensive Rookie of the Year. Are they going to win the division, the Washington Commanders? No. But the vibes are completely different. Obviously, you bring Dan Quinn in. You have a defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator that excite people. The general manager, Adam Peters, has done a great job kind of filling in the holes there, and everything's just on the up and up. You got rid of Ron Rivera, but here's what it comes down to. If I'm betting an award like Offensive Rookie of the Year, I want padded stats, big guy. And it's not just he's going to be automatically, whether it be deep throws, intermediate, he's going to be tremendous throwing the football. But they're going to be coming from behind a lot. And this is a dude that forced more missed tackles in college than anybody at the quarterback position. That's not going to change. Jayden Daniels at 5.5-1, is Lamar Jackson-like quickness. Okay? He is going to, when they need a big play, he's not only going to do it with the deep ball, which he's exceptional at, he's also going to do it with his feet. That will pad the stats. By the time the season's over, we're going to look at the passing yards, the touchdowns, and the rush yards. And 5.5-1, I'll tie up that cash, Dustin Swedelson.
The legs are the equalizer. Playing from behind, not just with the legs, but throwing from behind late in games, the numbers are going to look great. And oh, by the way, Cliff Kingsbury coached a former Offensive Rookie of the Year in Kyler Murray. What did he do that year? 3,700 passing yards, 500-plus rush yards, 64% completion rate, 20 touchdowns through the air. There is no reason year one Jayden Daniels can't make that happen for Washington.